Going day by day by day, as we've seen on national reports. You got to put them somewhere.
As of this morning, Fort Sill is housing around 600 unaccompanied children who crossed into the U.S. from South and Central America. 135 more were brought to the Army base late this afternoon. Governor Mary Fallin toured the dorm-style housing that they're being kept in. And 2 News reporter Joe Henke is at Fort Sill today, where the governor addressed the media following her tour.
Well, during her tour, Governor Fallin said she asked a lot of questions of the Department of Homeland Security and Health and Human Services. 2 questions that she wanted answers to: how long will these 12 to 17-year-old immigrants be here at Fort Sill? And when they eventually do leave, where will they be going? At Fort Sill stands a covered chain-link fence with buses and dorms behind it. This is where it is believed the young immigrants from South and Central America are staying for at least 120 days, approximately how long Governor Fallin says Homeland Security workers tell her the children will be here.
The president's policy was to reunite these teenagers with their families in the United States or some other loved one or acquaintance of the family.
Something Governor Fallin says she witnessed at Fort Sill. Caseworkers with the children talking by phone to their parents around the U.S. and also back in their home countries. According to the governor, many of the parents in the U.S. are in Houston, California, or northeastern states, and she was told at Fort Sill today most are likely there illegally.
They said for the most part they probably are. So basically you have children that have come up to be reunited with families that are already here illegally in the United States.
And those without family in the U.S.
From what I understood, they would go through the court process like a regular person that would be deported back to their home country.
Fallin told today the children would not find their way into the Oklahoma foster care or school systems. After her tour, several coach buses entering Fort Sill, heading towards the chain-link fence-surrounded dorms, presumably carrying the 135 newest children at Fort Sill. As this population of minors continues to grow here at Fort Sill, Governor Fallin says in the near future there could be as many as 1,200 of them stationed here. She did ask Homeland Security specifically to allow media to tour the facilities as well. She says that request would have to be approved by the federal government in Washington, D.C. Reporting from Fort Sill tonight, Joe Henke, 2 News, works for you.
All right, Joe, thanks. U.S. Senator Jim Inhofe also toured the holding facility today, and afterwards he released this statement saying, in part, "My greatest concern with today's visit is that the administration still could not provide us answers to basic questions as to where the resources are going to come from to care for these children, or the assurance that housing them on a military installation will not become a permanent program."